Well, what a good morning today was. In case you missed it, GoPro unveiled two new cameras, the Fusion Max and the new Hero 8. What we're going to go ahead and discuss about and focus on is the new Hero 8 to see if it really is something that is worthy to consider getting or upgrading in case you're coming from a Hero 7. So based off its description, the information that's on the website, it's a really interesting camera and I see a lot of cons that I really want to highlight. So as the time making this video, the camera itself is available now to be pre-ordered and it looks like it's going to be available on October 15th, which isn't that far away. The current Hero 7 is still going to be available and for sale on retail stores and on their website at a new starting price at $329, which is a steal in my opinion. A steal because the specs on sheet of paper, the Hero 8 and the Hero 7 are almost identical. But the Hero 8, it's going to retail at the same starting price where the Hero 7 used to cost. So it's going to cost $399. Externally, it's slightly redesigned. There's a new metal mount built into the camera underneath. So since it's metal, it seems like it's going to be really durable. But this little metal mount are like two little legs just fold in and fold out and are fully compatible with current GoPro accessories. Now in some ways, that alone is a huge game changer because now you don't have to remember to bring this little frame with you at all times, which is something I used to always forget. Having it all built in, I think that's awesome. Just however, a thing to quickly note is confirmed that the GoPro gimbal is not compatible with the Hero 8, which means if you're one of the few that actually flies the Karma, the Hero 8 is not compatible. Also, the waterproof case that you're able to use on the Hero 7 is not also compatible with the Hero 8. One of the big major reasons is probably because the lens is non-removable. It looks like it's fixed, which means if you're using ND filters, you might have to buy new ones that are uniquely engineered and designed for the Hero 8. Now it still has the same waterproof rating up to 33 feet, just like the previous Hero 7 did. It also is still using a 12 megapixel camera sensor in the front, just like the previous one did, which means it could shoot up to 4K at 60 FPS, do slow motion at 1080p at 240 FPS. But when it comes to live streaming, the new Hero 8 is now finally able to stream at 1080p, while the previous Hero 7 was only able to stream at 720p. And YouTube support is now supportive for live streaming. Now all that might sound great, but this is a huge con that I found. Unlike the previous Hero 7 has two separate doors for the battery and the microSD card, and you have access to the important ports like the USB-C and the micro HDMI. The new Hero 8 is an all-in-one, which means it only has one giant door, which is also removable. But when you remove this, just to have an opening to the power, you not only expose your microSD card, the battery, so when you're doing time-lapse or when you have it plugged into an external power source, you have that giant opening to be worried about. Oh yeah, and the HDMI, that's gone. So I know some professional users might not like this. But fear no more, you could buy an accessory if you need an HDMI port, which DJI is calling these accessories mods. Now their mod selection is actually really impressive. Unfortunately, the flip up screen is part of that accessory. By default, it doesn't come with that. I think it would have been wise if it did because its main competitor, which is actually a good threat, is the DJI Action Cam. Having a pop-up screen like that would have been revolutionary, but unfortunately it doesn't. And there's no mention of price, so this is definitely going to get pricey as soon as it gets released. Right now, the only information that's really available is just the pre-order date, which is December 2019. Now, all three of these accessories definitely is targeting towards a vlogger, as you got a light mod, the display mod, and a media mod. The media mod is actually kind of interesting. It's a shotgun mic, which actually does have an out 3.0mm jack. So in case you have to plug it into another external microphone, you could do so. And yes, this is the one that gives you the HDMI out port if you need to. So we already confirmed the accessories are not going to be compatible. Basically, it's just the gimbal and the drone, as well as that waterproof housing. Now batteries looks to be identical to the previous Hero 7, so you will be able to use some of the Hero 7 batteries as well as third-party batteries on the new Hero 8, but some people have been reporting that there's a message that pops up or something like that warning you that some things are going to be limited in performance. Not sure if this is the case. Most people that got this message saying they didn't notice anything, so it's clear some testing might be required. But based from information I've been seeing from reviews, The primary difference between the Hero 7 and the 8 is mainly its software improvements. Hypersmooth was a big unique selling point to the Hero 7 and has been significantly improved to the Hero 8. As side-by-side footage from like people by CNET has shown, there's a noticeable difference. Time warps also got improved. Now it's on TimeWorks 2.0, which from what I've been reading and hearing about is that this new time-lapse feature has the capability of slowing down based upon your speed. And if you're familiar with live photos that's found on the iPhone, the GoPro has something very similar. It's called Live Burst, where you can actually select some video clips into still images and create some live images like the iPhone. Now, other new changes is, unlike the Hero 7, the Hero 8 now finally support RAW files. The app also got some new tools. Now you can actually level your footage without needing to rely on third-party applications. So if you have your GoPro slightly to the right or left, you could readjust it all off the application. Then the microphone quality looks like it also got enhanced. There's something called high fidelity audio that they're calling it, which looks like it's supposed to reduce wind noise when it comes to traveling at full speed towards the wind. So honestly, from everything I've seen and gathered, the main improvement is primarily inside its software. Because listed on the spec sheet on GoPro's website itself, it still is using the same GP1 chip processor that's found even on the Hero 7. So I'm starting to think if GoPro wanted to, they could have just released a firmware update, because all these things is just software. Hypersmooth is now on version 2 that has more settings to choose from. TimeWorps is also on version 2, which utilizes the built-in GPS to give it a more smooth transition whenever you slow down or accelerate. And then there's more digital zoom options. Again, more software settings. So all in all, I'm gonna conclude the video like this. If you're somebody like me, because I understand we all have different backgrounds, but if you have a very similar background like me, like you currently own the Hero 7, do I think this upgrade is an essential? For me personally, not really. Hypersmooth, even version 1, still performs respectfully well, but the person that I could definitely see benefiting from this upgrade are definitely those that do a lot of motocrossing, like dirt biking, or you just constantly review your footage and you say to yourself, gee, I wish this footage could have came out smoother. If that's you, then version 2 seems like it has been significantly enhanced to make your footage look a lot smoother. Yeah, it's a huge downfall that the glass in front isn't removable, even though GoPro mentioned that the new lens is 2 times more durable than the Hero 7, but it's not as easy to remove like this one where you can simply twist and pull and it pops out. So replacing that one on your own might just void your warranty in case you do damage it. I don't care how durable your glass is, just like iPhone's world's strongest glass, at the end of the day, it still is glass, it's still gonna crack and break. But that's where I'm just gonna go ahead and end this video. I just wanted to share with you guys my thoughts, my opinions from everything I seen online, and just summarized it and just share it with you guys for those that wanted a second opinion. So let me know down in the comment section down below, because I also want to hear your thoughts. Share with me a little bit of your background. What GoPro do you currently own, or will this be your first action cam? And make sure to also stay tuned, as I do plan on actually getting my hands on that one and do a fair side-by-side comparison so we could go into more detail. Anyway folks, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.